Why that? What's so wrong about Goblin aeroplane?
Because it's a flying thing.
Because it's a Goblin's aeroplane?
Yes.
Or is the aeroplane literally a Goblin? Okay, so let's start reading.
Yes. The Goblin aeroplane. It's such a lovely day. You can take your lesson books on to the hillside if you like, said Mommy one morning to Jill and Robert. So they went. What have you got to do? Robert asked Jill. I've got to learn how to spell 6 words, said Jill. They're rather hard. Here they are: mushroom, toadstool, honey, dewdrop, magic, enchantment. Don't you think they are hard?
They are hard. They are very hard. I don't know how to spell them.
I will tell you the spelling of enchantment. ENCHANTMENT.
Oh, so that is how you spell enchantment.
Don't you think they are hard, Robert? Yes, said Robert. I'm sure I don't know how to spell them. I'm going to learn my 7 times table.
7 times table?
I'm still at 4.
Even I'm at 4. 7 is very hard. Okay, keep reading.
I'm only up to 5 times, said Jill. Oh, isn't it lovely out on the hillside, Robert? The 2 children sat down and opened their books. But it was hard to work. First, a lovely peacock butterfly flew by. Then a tiny copper beetle.
Wait, did a peacock or a butterfly fly there?
Peacock butterfly.
Peacock butterfly?
Then a tiny copper beetle with a shining back ran over Jill's back. Then a robert came.
When a Robert came. But Robert is the boy in the story, right? How come there were 2 Roberts?
A robin came and sat so near them that they hardly dared to move in case he was frightened away. I said, Jill. Said Robert. At least, how much work have you done? None, said Jill. Have
She
you
has
done?
done nothing. What has she been doing?
Staring at the birds and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Have you learned your times table, Robert? Only as far as 7 times 2.
What?
It has been 10 minutes!
Oh, okay. Fine.
For them at least. Only far as 7 times 2, answered Robert. It's a pity to have to do homework when the sun is shining so brightly and we'd like to play.
Yes, it is a pity. Continue.
It's after the pity part now.
Yeah.
You have to do homework when the sun is so. Well, let's not do it, said Jill.
Let's not do it. Jill is being very naughty. Do you think so?
Yes.
Okay, continue.
Said Jill. No one will know because we can take our books to bed with us tonight. And after Mummy has gone, we can get them out and learn our words and times table then. Oh no, Jill, said Robert. Shocked Mummy.
Shocked, Mommy? What happens after we said Mommy?
No, it shocked their Mummy.
Oh, okay. So she was there too?
Yes.
Okay, continue.
Mummy trusted us to do our lessons here, and it would be mean to play when she sent us out here for a treat. All right, said Jill, it would be mean. So let's get they meant to do their lessons properly. So Jill said, I finished, Robert said.
She finished.
She said, hear my spelling, will you? Yes, if you will hear my seven. Yes, if you will hear my 7 times table, said Robert. They passed each other's books, and Jill was beginning to spell mushroom when a very strange thing happened. They saw a tiny speck in the sky which rapidly grew larger and larger. It was brightly red and yellow.
Brightly red and yellow. Like the Pied Piper.
Bright red and yellow.
You like the Pied Piper. It's the Pied Piper aeroplane, not the Goblin aeroplane.
No, it was the Goblin aeroplane. It had a goblin in it. It was bright red and yellow. It's an aeroplane, Jill said Robert. But what a funny one. It certainly was odd, for instead of having flat wings like an ordinary aeroplane, but that curved wings.
Curved wings?
Yeah.
It's not
Flapping.
It's a bird. It's even flapping. It's a bird, not an aeroplane.
And it flapped slowly up and down as it flew. It's coming down, said Jill in excitement. Oh, look, Robert. It's coming down quite near us. Dun, dun, dun.
It's coming to them. It's an alien spaceship.
Okay, now let's go.
Alien spaceships.
Sure enough, the strange aeroplane flew swiftly towards them, flapping its odd red and yellow wings from the cockpit. A funny little man peeped out. He waved his hand to them. The aeroplane suddenly dipped downwards and with a whir of wings that sounded rather like a giant bee buzzing.
A giant bee? And what came out of the cockpit? Was that the Goblin? Or was it the Pied Piper?
Pied Piper for your guess, but for me it was the Goblin.
Okay. Fine, it is the Goblin aeroplane.
He waved his hands to them. The aeroplane suddenly dipped downwards with a whir of wings that sounded rather like a giant. Don't ask why I'm saying that again, cause I can't keep where I can.
It's okay, continue.
Bee buzzing. It landed on the hillside near the excited children. They ran up to it in astonishment. What a tiny aeroplane, cried Robert. I've never seen one like that before.
Can you speak a little louder?
Okay. What a tiny aeroplane, cried Robert. I've never seen one like that before. It's a Goblin aeroplane, said the pilot, peeping at them and grinning widely. It belongs to me. Are you a Goblin then? Asked Jill in surprise.
Yes, I am a Goblin. That's what he said, right?
No, it wasn't. Of course.
Oh,
of course.
Then or not,
Of course.
I did say of course.
And the children saw that he really was a Goblin. His ears were pointed and stuck out above his camp. That's more like a bomb.
No. But it's a Goblin, right? Even
Goblins
Goblins have ears like
explained. Then the children saw that he was really a Goblin. His ears were pointed and stuck out above his cap. His body was long and fat. His feet were pointed as his ears.
What? Even his feet was pointed?
He was probably a stickman which is fat.
A fat stick man. What? Okay, continue.
I've come to ask you if you can tell me where Greenfield Farm is. Oh yes, Robert said Robert. It's over the field, then through a path through the wood, then over steel, then down by the sea, then over the hill, then Yes, cried the goblin. I shall never find it in my aeroplane. Can't you tell me how?
No, he will not find it in his aeroplane. He will never find it in his life.
We have to get it from the air. I might if you were if I were in an aeroplane with you said I think I should know what the farm looks like. But I couldn't quite help you know how to go. You see, I've never been in an aeroplane. Well, come in a ride for me, said the goblin grinning. So they climbed into the aeroplane and the goblin climbed into. Jill and Robert looked to see how he flew it. It was a strange aeroplane. There was no doubt of that. In front of the goblin's seat there were dozens of little buttons, each with something printed on. One had down, one had up, and another had sideways. Still another had home on, and a fifth had fast, and a sixth one had slow. There were so many more besides. The goblin pressed the button marked up. The aeroplane began to flap its strange wings and it rose in for excitement.
Oh yeah, it's not an aeroplane, it's a bird. Yeah. Oh, why does the bird have buttons?
I don't know.
Why does the bird have buttons?
I don't know.
Continue.
Okay.
Where did you stop? You were saying something about
Flap its
flapping
strange
away.
wings. Flap its strange wings. It rose from the ground and children clothed it the size in for excitement. The sides in for excitement. For it was a very odd feeling to be in something that flaps its wings and flew into the air. There, the farm, cried Robert, and he pointed to a pretty farmhouse over to the east. At once the goblin pressed the button marked east, and the aeroplane flapped its way to the right. Soon it was over the farm. But the children's great surprise didn't land, but flew straight on.
It flew straight on?
Yeah.
Why didn't it stop? I thought he wanted to go to that farm.
I don't know.
You don't know? Then
Maybe
read the story.
Maybe Spider-Man stopped him. Because he's evil.
Why is Spider-Man suddenly evil?
No.
Continue.
No, the goblin's evil. Aren't you going to land? Asked Jill. You passed right over the farm. Haha, laughed the goblin. And it was such a nasty laugh.
The goblin is evil.
Yeah, that's why Spider-Man came and stopped him.
But you said Spider-Man was evil 2 seconds ago.
Spider-Man stopped him. Because he's evil.
End of flashback.
No, I was saying the goblin was evil.
Okay. So the goblin is evil?
Yeah.
And he's kidnapping them? Oh.
Looked at him in surprise. Why didn't you land? Asked Robert. I don't want to go too far because of getting home again. You're going to come with me, said the goblin.
The goblin is kidnapping them.
Kidnapping.
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 Okay, continue. You stopped.
Go too far because of getting home again. You're going to come with me, said the goblin. You didn't suppose I really wanted to go to the farm, did you? Why? That was only a trick to get you both into my airplane.
It was a trick. The goblin tricked them.
And then he's going to say that they kidnapped him. The children sat silent for a minute, so they were so surprised. Jill felt frightened. What do you want us for? Asked Robert at last. To sell the big one, the giant, said the goblin. He's lonely in his castle and he wants two children to talk to.
Oh, okay. So Big the giant told him to kidnap two children so that he could have them to talk to.
Yeah.
That is so weird. Why would he want that? Why would he kidnap children just to talk to them? Can't he just go to them and talk to them?
Yeah. But good gracious.
Good gracious. Then what happened?
You can't do a thing like that. Cried Robert in a rage. Take us back home at once or else I'll make you very sorry for yourself.
He's going to do something to the goblin, right? Is he going to punch him? Is he going to steal his aeroplane?
Maybe.
Okay, read the story to find out.
But I think
He will dance.
the goblin smiled a wide smile and said nothing. Robert wondered what to do. He did not dare to hit the goblin, for he was afraid that the aeroplane might fall. So he did nothing. Your answer is right. He danced.
Okay, he did nothing and he danced. Okay, continue the story.
So he just sat there, frowning, holding Jill's hand tightly, for he saw that she was frightened.
She was frightened. Because she was scared. Because a goblin kidnapped her.
Yeah,
Even I would be scared. What about you?
definitely.
Okay, read the story.
After about 20 minutes, Robert looked toward the side of the aeroplane. Far below was a strange-looking country with places gleaming on hills and castles towering high. It must be fairyland.
Fairyland!
Yay!
Fairyland!
Yay!
Okay, read the story. Fairyland! Yay! Read the story!
Whispered Jill when Robert pointed it out to her.
So Jill said it was fairyland?
Yeah.
Okay, then what happened?
Oh, Robert, this is a great adventure. Even if that old goblin is taking us to a giant.
Taking them to a giant? Alright, big one, the giant. He's a very big one. Then what happened?
Just then, the aeroplane plugged downwards, for the goblin had pressed the button marked down.
Mark down. Okay, then?
He flew to a great castle standing on a mountain top and landed on one of the towers. The goblin leapt out and ran to a staircase leading down from the roof.
Leading down from the roof. There's a staircase that goes up to the roof. So everybody on the roof. Everybody has it. You have a house, baby?
Yeah,
I thought you live here.
I live here.
Okay, continue the story.
Hey, big one, he called. Here are the two children for you.
And then what happened?
Here's that sack of gold from his tree. Robert and Jill heard great footsteps coming up the stairs, and the giants had peeped out onto the roof. Here, you could stop up there, turned up nose and a wide mouth with very nice blue eyes.
Okay, is he good or bad?
I don't know.
Continue to find
All the bad people have red eyes though.
Really? Okay.
The children like the look of him much better than they like the goblin.
Oh,
The goblin was old and creepy and kidnapping.
yes.
So these are the children, said the giant in a loud, booming voice, like, these are the children.
These are the children.
Right, goblin, you can have your sack of gold tonight. I haven't any boy me at the moment. Come for it at 6 o'clock.
Okay. So, the goblin kidnapped the children. Because he wanted a sack of oil
To eat.
to eat. Okay, continue what happened.
Alright, said the goblin, and he went back to the aeroplane. Climb out, he ordered and Jill and Robert and Jill climbed down from the cockpit, feeling very strange. The goblin leapt into his seat, pressed the button marked up, and disappeared into the sky, shouting that he would be back that night at 6.
Okay, so then what happened?
This sentence is incomplete.
Oh, it's okay.
O'clock for his sack of gold without fail. The giant looked at the two children. Will you come down into my kitchen? He said in a kind voice. I'm sure you want something to eat and drink after you are done.
Yes, so the goblin is good.
No, not the goblin.
No, the giant is good.
Robert and Jill felt glad to hear him speak so politely. He couldn't be very fierce, they thought. They followed him down to the enormous stairs and came to a vast kitchen where a huge kettle boiled loudly on a great fire.
Okay, then what happened?
Sit down, said Big One, and he pointed to 2 chairs, but neither Robert nor Jill could climb up to the seats, for there were
Very big chairs because he's a giant.
yeah.
And then what happened?
So the giant gently lifted them up and took them to the boiling kettle from the stove. He made some cocoa in 3 clear china cups. Does that say china?
I think it does say China. China cup is a thing, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, China cup. China cup. China cups are from China.
And set out 3 enormous plates, on each of which he had placed a very large slice of currant cake.
And then what happened?
They ate it all.
So they ate the currant cake. Sounds very delicious.
Please join me in a little lunch, he said. It is really very kind of you to take a pity on me and come and to live.
Oh, so the giant doesn't know that the goblin kidnapped them. Oh.
I didn't think any children would be willing to come here, you know. Why weren't we willing, said Robert in astonishment. The goblin got us here by accident. We didn't want to come here at all. What? Cried the giant, upsetting his cocoa in surprise.
Oh, so he ruined his cocoa. That's very sad. And then what happened?
Do you mean to say that nasty goblin brought you here against your will?
Yes, he did.
Yes, said Robert, and he told Big One all about the morning's happenings. Jill listened and nodded her head, eating her currant cake, which was really most delicious.
I don't think it was delicious. Okay, continue.
Have you ever eaten currant cake?
No.
The giant was terribly upset when he heard about the trick that the goblin played on the children. I don't know what to do, he said, and with 2 big tears stood in his sorceress.
He cried. He was so sad. Poor giant.
I wouldn't have such a thing to happen in the world, no. However, can I get you back again? And oh dear me, that nasty goblin will be coming for a sack of wool to haven't any, you see. I thought you'd be able to help me. So today I was playing chess with Mr. Lion.
Flashback.
Okay, I'll move this one here. Oops.
I'll help you. And then he suddenly disappeared. Where did Mr. Lion go?
End of flashback.
Like that.
Nischay, I came back.
Oh,
You may be wondering where the witch hat came from. Oh.
Okay.
I was transported to a world full of magic. And then I became a witch or a wizard, depending on whatever you care about.
okay.
And also, I got this. You may be wondering how I just popped out of nowhere again, right?
Yes.
Because I'm a witch now. So Nischay, here, read this.
You see, I thought you'd be able to help me with my spells for...
Spells, is he a wizard too?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
My spells for children are very clever. Much clever than stupid giants like me.
Stupid giants? Stupid giants! Stupid giants.
Huh?
Okay, start.
I get you to help me with a gold spell and make some gold before the evening. Well, we don't mind helping you a bit, said Robert.
Oh, so he's helping him make gold.
For Goblin,
Oh, okay. So then what happened?
who like the big giant very much, don't cry. You splash the tear into your cocoa and will make it stay salty.
Yuck. Salty cocoa is disgusting.
Yes. Will you help me? Cried Big One. Oh, you good kind children. Well, I'll just clear away all these things and then we'll set up. Making a gold spell, he put the cups and plates into a huge sink and washed them up. Then he took the children into a big bare room with many chalk circles drawn on the floor.
Chalk circles? Is he summoning a demon? No, right? No, right?
Drawn on, yes.
Okay. Then
Maybe he's summoning Elmo.
why is he summoning Elmo?
So,
Okay, what happened next?
draw on the floor a big pot. He hung over a fire that burned strange green flames.
Green flames. Okay, then what happened?
You're a witch, you're meant to know about green flames.
Green flames are magic flames. The end. Now then what happened?
Now, first of all, I've got to write 6 words in the big of these chalk circles, he said, but oh dear me, I don't know how to spell them still. Children are very clever, so I hope you'll be able to help me. Can you, either of you, spell mushroom? I can, cried Jill excitedly. I learned this very morning. M-U-S-H-R-O-O-M.
Why were you looking every time you said the words? That's weird! And then what happened?
The giant carefully wrote it down as the circle Jill spelled it. Then he looked up at her. Now could you spell magic? He asked. Yes, said Jill. M-A-G-I-C.
M-A-G-I-C. Magic.
Yes.
And then what happened?
That was one of the words I had to learn this morning too. Well, would you believe it? All the words that the giant needed for his spells were the very ones Jill had to learn. Wasn't it a good thing that she had done them so well? The last
Yes, it was.
mushroom magic enchantment.
Mushroom, magic, and enchantment. And then what happened?
Well, the last one the giant wanted was enchantment. That's the hardest one, said Jill, and she frowned. Oh, I do hope I remember it properly. Let's see. E-N. Where's your spelling book, Jill? Asked Robert. Terribly.
She left it on the hill, didn't she?
Yes. Terribly afraid that Jill might spell the word wrong. After all, you could look it up before you spell it. We both left our books on the hillside, said Jill. No, I must try and spell it out of my head.
Oh, so she doesn't know.
Think for a minute. Yes, I've got it. ENCHANTMENT.
Enchantment.
And with the equation mark at the end.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. So then what happened?
Big One wrote it carefully down. Then he drew a toadstool and a mushroom in the very middle of the circle. He put a spot of honey on each and shook a dewdrop from a piece of grass onto the honey. That's all ready for the spell now, he said. Mushroom, toadstool, honey, dewdrop, magic and enchantment.
He said all the words that she
Mushroom,
practiced on the
toadstool, honey, dewdrop, magic and enchantment, Jill. But oh dear me, the next thing we have to do is very hard. What's that? Asked Robert. Well, two of us have to dance around.
Dance. It's a big circle. Of course they have to dance.
Dance around the circle holding hands, said the giant. Wishlist 1, the stands in the middle, chanting 7 times table, but I don't know the 7 times table, only know twice times.
He only knows twice times.
I know 10 times.
7 times.
Much
7
more.
times table. 7 times 1.
Twice times. I don't know it either, said Jill. But I do, cried Robert. I learned it this very morning. I can say it. I'll be the one to stand in the middle. Oh good, said Big One, and he rubbed his great hands together in delight. Now listen, Jill and I will dance around together and you must stand in the middle saying your 7 times table at the top of your voice. Top of your voice. At the end of it, I have to say 12 very magic words. And then, if we've done the spell right, the SAGA wall appears right in the middle of the circle. Come on, let's do it, cried Jill. Are you sure you
No, they're not ready. They will not do it. Don't do it. Okay, then
you know all your 7 times perfectly, Robert? It might spoil the spell if you got something wrong. I'm not quite sure of the 7 times 12.
They got till 12. Here they only got till 10.
Yes.
Why did they go till 12 over there?
7 times 12, said Robert. I think it's 84.
Yeah, because 12 times 7 is 84. So 7 times 12 is 84 too.
84, so he was quite right.
I have never seen any magic spell which has math in it. Have you? Have you done magic?
Nope.
You haven't? Continue!
Then they started the spell. Jill and the giant danced around in the circle, and Robert stood in the middle saying 7 tables at the top of his voice. When he had finished, the giant shouted out a string of curious magic words, and all the words he had written inside the ring suddenly vanished.
Vanished. They went like poof. Poof. Like how I vanished.
Yes.
Okay, and then what happened?
Vanished. Then crashed. A great sack suddenly appeared in the middle of the circle and knocked Robert down. He was up in a minute and peeped into the mouth of the sack. Yes, the spell worked, he cried. It's full of gold. Oh, what powerful magic and what a mercy. I knew my
Such powerful magic!
7 times table properly. The giant was so pleased he could hardly thank Robert and Jill enough. You don't know how grateful I am to you, he
Oh, they
said.
do know how grateful he is.
He said,
They do know.
I can pay that horrid the goblin now. Now, though I don't think he deserves a penny because he
He
brought
doesn't
you
deserve a
here.
penny for kidnapping. If he pays him for kidnapping, the police will catch him and throw him in jail. So tell the child not to do that.
He brought you here by a trick, but the next thing is, how am I going to get you home again? I don't know, said Robert. Could you use magic, do you think? No, said Big One. I don't know anyone that would take you home. Wait a minute, let me think. He sat down on a stool and frowned for 5 minutes. Then he jumped up and
Why
clapped
is
his.
he frowning? Couldn't he have like a thinking face being like,
Oh, no,
why
you look.
will he be all happy?
No, you're like.
Just like that, yes, like that.
Now listen, I'll hide you behind a chimney pot on the roof of the castle. When the
Chimney pot? Why in a chimney pot? What's a chimney pot?
I don't know. When the goblin arrives, I'll call him downstairs to the cellar to fetch his gold. As soon as he's gone down the stairs, he must pop out, jump into the aeroplane and fly home. But we don't know how to fly a goblin aeroplane.
They're going to fly there. They're going to steal his aeroplane. I told you they would steal his aeroplane. They're going to steal his airplane now.
Fly a goblin aeroplane, said Robert. Oh, it's quite easy, said Bigwan. Didn't you see all those buttons? I'll just press one of those
Oh,
That-
so he just has to press the buttons to go home.
that says up, and then the one that says home, and then the one that says down. When you see your home, and there you are. Guys, today we are going to be continuing the goblin aeroplane.
Hello, I am Mr. Lane, and we are doing Goblin Aeroplane
Last part.
finale.
No.
That's the wrong music.
What is it then?
It's the wrong music.
What is it?
That's the Avengers music. It's the
So?
wrong music.
What should it be then?
I don't know. Depends on what music.
That
That is only for
Done.
space. That's only if something bad happens.
Okay,
Something. This is the final.
why don't you say it?
So if this is the final episode, Nischay, that means we won't be doing Goblin Aeroplane anymore. So this video is special.
Yes.
And it's
Do you know what sound to make? You think it's this sound? Well, I think I could do that, said Robert. Anyway, I'll try, but what shall we do till 6 o'clock? Perhaps you'd like to come out with me in my yellow motor car and see the sight of fairyland, said the giant.
Yes. Say yes and go. Say
Yes.
and go.
Yes!
Next what happens?
Said the giant. Oh yes, cried the children. So the giant took them out to his great motor car and they climbed into it. What a time they had. They saw elves and fairies, brownies
Brownies?
and gnomes.
They eat them? Oh no.
It's not a type of chocolate, don't worry.
Oh. So
Brown.
then why did they eat them? That's even worse.
Brownies and gnomes, pixies and witches, and all kinds of strange little folk. They went into glittering palaces. They had dinner with a wizard, tea with a brownie.
Tea was a brownie. They didn't eat the brownie for tea though, right?
Yes. So you can guess what a glorious day they had.
What a glorious day.
They were sorry when past 5 came, and the giant took them back to his castle.
Oh, they have to go now. Then
He-
visit the giant though.
He took them back to his castle. He took them up to the roof and showed them a chimney to hide behind. Then,
Oh yeah, he said he'd hide them in the chimney pot.
yes, chimney to hide behind. Then he shook hands with both of them and thanked them
For being kind.
v-
Help us
Ve-
finish the spell.
very much for their help.
Okay, and then what happened?
Thank you for the lovely day you've given us, said the children. We only wished we could stay longer, but our mother would be worried if we did. Shh, here comes the goblins, said Big One. Suddenly he ran down the stairs and the children were left alone behind their chimney. They heard a whirring sound and saw the red and yellow
Yes, it was the aeroplane.
aeroplane flying down, strange wings flapping as it came. The goblin landed neatly on the roof and ran to the stairs. Where's my snack of gold, Big One? He
Snack of
cried.
gold.
Come down and fetch it,
Snack of
came
gold.
the giant's
Instead of sack of
booming
gold.
voice. It's in my cellar. The goblin raced down the stairs. As soon as he was gone, Robert and Jill ran to the aeroplane and pressed the button marked up, and then the aeroplane at once rose upwards. Then he pressed the button marked home, and the machine turned round in the air and flew steadily towards the setting sun. Jill looked back and saw the goblin standing on the roof of the castle, shouting wildly. The giant stood behind him, laughing. They could hear his great ho 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 for a long way.
So they flew off into the sunset, and the giant was like, ha 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 ho ho ho. And everything.
Flew off into the sunset like Indiana Jones.
Okay, but he rode off into the sunset, not flying.
I know, but it's kind of similar.
Yeah, okay, continue.
The aeroplane flew steadily onwards. Suddenly, Jill gave a cry and pointed downwards. There's our house, Robert, she cried. Press the down button quickly. Robert pressed it. The aeroplane swooped down and landed on the hillside where the children had sat learning their lessons that morning. Robert and Jill jumped out, picked up their books, which were still where they had left them,
They shouldn't have left their books there, but okay.
and raced home. Why, my dears, wherever have you been? Cried their mother. I have been so worried about. Oh, Mummy, we had such a great adventure, cried Robert. We've been up in a goblin aeroplane, and he told her all that happened. Their mother was so astonished that she couldn't even say a word.
She didn't believe them, right?
Come and see the aeroplane. Said Robert. It's out on the hillside. They all three ran to the hill, but just as they got there, they heard a whirring sound, and Robert pointed up in the air. There it goes, he cried. I expect it's gone back to the goblin. Oh, Mommy, I wish you would see in all the buttons inside and had come for a ride with us.
Then what about how goblin
But that's not an aeroplane, said their mother. It's really the goblin aeroplane, said Jill. But I don't think their mother believed it. Anyhow, my dear, she said as they all went home. Again, what a very good thing it was that you didn't learn your lessons properly this morning. Else you might have
have to head to stay with the giant. And that was a good thing, wasn't it?